Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Power 108.9 and the M. Alex Broadcasting Company proudly bring to you episode number 15. We got 15 in the building.
Yes, sir, 15, and we feeling mean in here today. How we doing, y'all? What's good?
What up?
So we got Drew back in the building. My brother, what's happening? How you doing? Got MJ sitting in with us. My dog, what's happening?
Couple special guests today
Yeah.
on this Saturday.
Yeah, man.
In case you don't have any plans and you don't have a ticket, come on down to the Battery because the views are going to be incredible.
Incredible.
Until what time?
Until about 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Check out the
o'clock.
food truck in the Battery. The views will be incredible.
The views will be incredible. Well, it's Brunch Fest, correct?
Yeah, mimosas on deck.
On deck all day long.
That's not the only thing on deck.
Thank y'all for being with us on this Saturday morning, okay?
Good morning.
Thank y'all for having
What's
the
up?
morning with us. Man, let's go. Let's start it off, man. Get it off your chest. I'm actually doing pretty good today.
Okay.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm not too upset about nothing today. I'm doing pretty good overall.
No beef.
No beef, man. Just happy to be here, man. Back to be on the air. How y'all feeling, man? What you got for me?
Feeling alright. Apparently there's been some feathers ruffled with Brandon Gaudin.
Yes.
So we can just dive in. It's not me. I don't really have any... I can understand why people would say.
Right.
Again, keep in mind of the track record. I think he was doing a little bit of announcing for Georgia Tech football games. He was doing Madden, national broadcast. So I can understand why he would tend to be more middle of the road.
Yeah.
But certain things that he said recently has led Braves fans to be like, well, you're not on our team, man.
Yeah, so people that don't know, Brandon Gaudin is the play-by-play announcer, the new one for the Braves since we lost Skip Carey. Chip, excuse me, I'm sorry, to the St. Louis Cardinals. And you can tell the difference because that was a steady spot for him for a long time. But Brandon, I mean, I got excited at first, voice of Madden, big fan, that kind of thing. But he's just a little bit too in the median for some fans, which I get. But, I've also heard him, calling things more as far as being excited for the away team. If it's a home broadcast, you can't do that, man. Come on, man. You got to lean toward the home team, you would think.
On a home broadcast, if there's ever a time to be a little bit biased,
Right.
you would imagine it'd be during the home broadcast.
Right.
Is this like an internal thing or is it like newsworthy? Is this? I feel like this is like.
Unfortunately, if I can answer for you, might not have the opportunity to fully listen to the game.
Right.
Because we're always busy working.
Right. So
But
we
for
don't
the-
always hear it.
But for the fans, they get to hear all 9 innings and hear his subtleties and lack thereof.
Right.
It could be annoying. But again, if you're always working during the game, you don't really get an opportunity to actually hear everything.
So it's basically like, say Bryce Harper's coming up to bat and he'll be like, all right, this is Bryce Harper. You got to be careful. He might kill you. It's like, forget Bryce Harper, bro. We don't care nothing about him. We're going to go strike him out, mow him down. It's one of those type of things where the fans are like, okay, why are you upping him so much? Like, they don't like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the unbiased is like, come on, man. You work for one team. one
Home
team only.
broadcast. It's a home broadcast. I can
Yeah.
see if it was ESPN or something like that, but home broadcast.
I would give the fan base a little more respect.
Yeah.
Saying that a majority of them are educated and know who's probably up to bat, let alone if it's a star and has previously hurt the Braves.
Or somebody that the fans will boo.
Yeah,
Content continues.
You don't need to assume that everyone doesn't know anything about who's up to bat. It's
Exactly.
like take a chance and believe in whose team you're talking about right now.
Exactly.
How about you just do what we all are thinking? Just put the 4 ex-baseball players in the booth again for
Man,
the rest of the season.
that was gold.
And just call it a day.
That was
Like,
gold.
literally, I really don't even care if you have play-by-play
I
commentary.
don't either. That was amazing.
Thank you. I don't know if anyone hated it, but treat that as we were talking about wrestling on the last show.
Yes.
Treat that as an appearance by The Undertaker.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that every night of the week.
Or at least get
because
one of them
it
every
loses
night.
its mystique
Luster.
and magic
I
and
get
luster,
it.
right?
I get it. That was dope.
Once a
though.
week would be amazing.
Yes.
Especially if you could throw them on, like a Sunday night baseball or something if you're trying to steal ratings from
Yeah.
somebody, whoever you're going against that
Yeah.
day. But don't do it every
It was magical
you know?
though. Smokes,
No,
Glavin, Chipper.
It was fun because
And
they
Frenchie.
each brought something different to the broadcast.
Yes.
But they also internally were roasting each other.
It was,
So
and then
I
showing the
loved
old
every second
clips,
of it.
showing the old
Oh, yeah.
clips, and them going in
Chip
on
was
each
drunk
other.
in the booth. Come on, man. We all know that.
Look, then when you see the full frame shot, you see all 4 of them sitting there. You see them the way they look now. Chipper with his glasses on, Glavin with his glasses on. They sitting there looking over the top of their glasses. Something goes on. They It was just it was cool, man.
Time is
overall.
undefeated.
The thing is,
French is on another level, though. too.
But the thing is about Frenchie, some
Get
people
Larry a
don't.
crown.
So
it was like, who the hell's Larry?
thing about Frenchie
Google
though
explodes.
is he's also that national guy now. 'Cause he did World Series, right? The World
Yeah,
Series. So like
yeah.
he's getting national attention off top of just being our seasonal. That's why he pops in and out, even though
Jeff?
we use
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy because I didn't think when he first started he'd be announcing doing a play-by-play for color for a World Series one day. I did not think that would happen.
Part of Fox, they
Yeah.
select the broadcast team. Like, I would be cool with people getting cycled in and out as well. Like
Right.
before we started the show, we were down in the library. We were talking about Ben Ingram.
Yeah.
If people don't know who Ben Ingram is, I think he's got one of the best voices in all of sports.
Yes.
But also when you see him, he doesn't sound like him, if that
Right.
makes sense.
It doesn't sound like face for radio type
Yeah,
situation.
when
yeah.
you're listening to him and then when you see him in person, you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Let's just clone Brad Nessler and just call it a day.
Well, that would be pretty cool, but it's just that voice. It's an iconic voice.
Yeah.
I get that part. And he does the show too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get it.
Or Matt Vasgersian used to do it for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I would listen to Matt Vasgersian. all
Yeah,
day.
those are classic, iconic voices where you like,
Yeah.
he was regardless of what they're talking about, you'd be like, oh, okay, sounds pretty good. All right, man, let's jump into this NBA thing.
Yes, here we go.
Let's jump into this NBA thing. For you, brother, we're gonna start with you. This is our first time back since the finals have been over. On my end, my pick went in, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nuggets won the whole thing. I'm glad to say I made that pick prior to the playoffs starting. How'd you feel about the way it all went down, man?
I was pissed.
I understand.
Yeah.
I feel. What did you had time to lick your wounds? So that's why I didn't really ask you about it, but I was waiting for the day.
I don't recommend that kids don't lick your wounds. It helps you be a better
Be
adult.
spiteful for the
Yeah.
rest of your life.
Fueled by
Just pure.
nicotine and rage.
Yeah.
No, man, like I'm not one of those people that's like, well, at least we got there. I don't like that.
Damn it.
Those are the worst fans.
You know, we did it. We did it in 2020. Got bounced by the Lakers,
Right.
bubble, whatever. Majority of the same team was out there. We thought we added the experience that we needed in the point guard of Kyle Lowry. Denver is good, but specifically Joker is on a different planet.
Monsters, man.
Monstar.
Yeah, seriously. And only can jump 2 feet off the ground.
Just goes
2
to show
inches
you,
off the
kids.
ground.
Doesn't matter how
It doesn't.
chubby you were as a kid. You can
Skills.
barely jump and still play basketball.
Skills.
all
But
about
you also
touch.
have to be 7 feet tall in that regard for him.
Yeah, I can't help you there.
But
Drink your milk.
yeah, so you either get that or you don't.
Yeah.
But overall, Joker is incredible as far as just the touch, the footwork, everything that he brings to the table. The passing is elite as well. It's hard to do. Now, does he always get the 20 boards and stuff like he did during the finals? He went Dirk. I feel like he went Dirk style, straight up, because that was basically like Dirk Nowitzki in 2011 against Miami against y'all. Not to bring that back like that, but it just reminded me of Dirk. in that
Similar.
situation. Yeah,
Similar.
he did.
He didn't have as many boards, but similar.
And it was a different level of talent too for y'all.
Yeah, if we're talking about just the 20 and 20 games, like the 30-20-10 game, that really broke us.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to basically be averaging 20-20 whenever he feels like, it reminds me of like Minnesota Kevin Love.
Yeah, that was
You
a
remember?
different Kevin Love. Yeah,
Or
Before he lost the weight.
Detroit Andre Drummond, basically.
Yes.
It's just like, how do you have 10 boards in the first?
yeah.
Our problem has always been a big down low
Mm-hmm.
rebounding, literally since 05 and 06 with Shaq and Morning.
Right. If y'all get one, you can move Bam to the 4, and y'all set.
That's all I want. I know
And he
people
would
are rumored
perfect
us
at the
with
4.
I
The way
know-
he's developing his mid-range game and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I know people have been rumoring us with Damian Lillard. I would love to have him,
course.
but at the end of the day, he's not getting any younger, and it's a $50 million salary.
and y'all don't want to give up Tyler Hero.
No, I really would not like to be honest.
I ain't gonna lie. For Dame, I understand the age difference. I'm piecing out.
Oh,
Hero.
most people pull the trigger.
I'm pulling the trigger on that, dog.
Absolutely. I can completely understand why, but if I have an opportunity to keep Tyler Hero,
Right.
to slide Bam to the 4, to extend Jimmy for 2 years,
Yeah, that
'cause
definitely
I
do
feel
it.
like that's what our window is at this point. Figure out what you want to do at shooting guard, but Gabe Vincent is solid. You can leave Tyler Hero there at the 2. I don't know if
You're
we're going to be
gonna
able
lose
to.
Strus? Y'all gonna lose Strus?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to afford to re-sign him. But my ultimate goal is Brook Lopez at center. I think a defensive
Stretch
/, shoot the
stretch
three.
five, I mean.
That's exactly what we need. But
You think you can
ultimately, a
make
rebounder.
You think you can make a trade for Big Cat?
Jimmy would never allow that.
No, he wouldn't. It's after
He
Minnesota.
hates him too much.
Yeah, he can't stand him. He calls him trash all the time.
That's what I kinda
Between who's on that team? D'Angelo Russell, Jimmy, and
Cat, that's supposed to be the three.
He liked D'Angelo Russell more than Cat. Like, he hates Cat.
Yeah, ever since that game,
thinks
ever since
he's a-
that practice,
he thinks
where
he's a
he
waste
beat the
of space.
starters when he was playing with the backups in that practice, that storied practice,
Yeah.
the way he had the second string and drugged the first team with just him on the second string. He's like, "Oh, y'all trash. I don't even need no pros to beat y'all." And walked off the court and went and talked about it right after he did it on in the interview.
I do like the Heat's pick in the draft. I think that's a nice depth piece that could easily work his way into the bottom of the rotation.
That kid out of UCLA.
Yeah, but end of the day, man, like, I believe in Pat Riley. As long as Pat Riley's there,
Yeah.
we still got a chance. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. He always has a Anthopoulos.
And Spo.
Yeah, of course, and Spo. He always has a Anthopoulos-esque move in his repertoire, so we'll see what happens.
All right, brother. I'm bringing it over to you. Boston time. Talk to me. Y'all got a lot going on right now.
Thank you so much for Marcus Smart for being one of the hearts and soul of that team. Good luck in Memphis,
Replacing Dylan Brooks.
which no one really cares about. Good for him.
Anybody want to bet what color his hair is going to be?
It's gonna
Blue,
be
probably.
blue.
It's gonna be blue. He talked
I
about it
guess.
already.
Unless he goes that yellow that they do.
Yes. So Celtics, they traded Marcus Smart for Chris Porzingis. An interesting trade for
Yes.
getting rid of a guy who has 3 years left on his contract compared to another guy who's probably going to look for a max contract next year, and we're probably not going to pay him.
No, but you're not gonna have the numbers for that either. What up, Mike? Mike saying what's happening, what's going on? I mean, at the end of the day, does he want to stay in Boston is the key. I mean, I don't
No,
think his
absolutely
his
not.
max is going to be as crazy as everybody else's. Man, now he had a career year last year,
Did.
but his max is not going to be crazy. Maybe
I
100.
think Boston kind of saw what Denver did, and they're like, all right, well, if you have a decent shooting guard who can just dish out like like a Brown, and then you have a decent power forward and
Aaron Gordon.
then you should be fine.
You would think, or it sounds good on paper if you watch and see what they do, but you also have a Murray,
Oh, Porzingis is like the Kirkland brand of Joker. Sorry.
Yeah, like I mean, he can still make the moves and that, but defensively, I don't think he's there. I mean, Porzingis is just
swear jar.
right? Yeah,
I keep forgetting there's a swear jar in this building.
It's close. It's close. You almost got it all the way out.
Like,
Yeah.
caught it.
But either way, I mean, Brogdon. What's up with that? I didn't. Now they're saying he can't
Something
be
to
traded
do with
because of injury.
failed physical.
Yeah, who cares? The guy was healthy majority of the time,
He
and
was.
he played all in playoffs. Well,
Okay.
minus the one series.
I was just wondering what was going on with that.
It just shows you that if you take a player out of a certain system, he's not who we think he is.
Yeah.
He was basically averaging a triple double in Indiana. He goes over to Boston, wins
$6
$6
million a year.
Absolutely.
and just disappears. So
Yeah, I mean, in reality, the Celtics again, they drafted a kid out of Houston, point guard, really reliable. I think he's going to be pretty well. As of right now, Derek White's your point guard.
Yeah.
Unless they go get somebody out of free agency.
just burned into my brain.
Yes, exactly.
Q-Tip himself.
Yes, that's hilarious.
That hairline is ridiculous,
crazy.
bro.
That he got the headband on and still
I'm
can see
jealous,
half his
man.
forehead.
It still goes like
Bro,
it's
don't
like,
be jealous, bro. You don't want that. I don't want that for you.
Hold on to what you got, I
Nah,
guess.
bro, I don't want that
you
for
look
you,
like one of
dog.
the Three Stooges if that's the case.
Yeah, you gotta let that go at some point. I can't take that. You got to do something with that.
It's like a super kid in play.
But
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, Eraserhead to another level. Like, that's crazy.
in reality, Jaylen Brown's probably going to get a max contract. I don't expect him to get that
That's
money he's
a lot
asking,
of,
but
that's
like
a lot
whatever,
of
we'll
money,
see.
man.
It reminds,
256 was it?
it reminds me of Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah,
That
man.
you don't have to give them the full number. You have a window of
They
what you
want to
can
top
give
it
somebody.
out. They want to top it out.
You have basically between like 180 and 250 million. It's like you don't have to give them the full amount.
That's what they want.
That's what we all want.
Right, exactly. I don't blame them for wanting it. But as an organization, you're like, okay, man, it's something got to give at some point. And I'm not always pro front office, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes I get it. You know, still a business.
If he expects to get paid, the real question is, where was the dog in you Game 7? Let me ask you that one.
And the turnovers.
Yeah.
You know,
where's the dog in you to win a championship?
I get it.
And then you get the doors blown off in Game 7 by Miami.
Class, we got you on that. That's coming up. We'll talk about CP3 and Golden State in just a minute. We got something coming for that. Transferring up from what you're saying, yeah, that JB situation, you wet the bed big time in Game 7. So that's one of them situations you got to convince me that that's not going to happen again. And that's hard to do when you're not actually playing in basketball games. When you sit at the table negotiating a contract. You know what I'm saying?
It's not easy to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, it's not.
Ask Philly.
It's not easy at all.
I get it, but I don't think he's earned the max.
I mean, honestly, both of our teams are the only two real teams that just have continuous Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not guaranteed,
Yeah.
though. So it's like you're asking him to step up after disappearing in Game 7. It's like he might not, especially if he doesn't play for Boston in the future, like he might not ever get back there.
He's got 6 of them, so
He does.
he's got 6 Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals.
Exactly.
Not everyone has that success, let alone that early in their career.
Absolutely.
So
It's just one of those things. It's one of those things we'll see. I've had to see what happens with y'all. Y'all got an interesting offseason ahead. Everybody does, but it's already starting up to a whirlwind, and y'all one of the first people to get it pumping. Now, for my Hawks, let's just transition to this.
Kobe.
Yeah, I'm cool with the Kobe Buffkin pick. He's clamps on defense.
Yeah.
Clamps on defense. So another long arm, 6'4", 6'5" guard that can be on the perimeter with DeJounte. When you want to take track of the game, or if you want to go big or go defense in a crunch situation, you have him for that. Not necessarily a shooter like that. He can hit some shots, but go to the whole. Like I say, I like the defensive aspect all the way around because the perimeter defense is what has been a problem for us all the way around. Period. Now, I've also seen DeAndre Hunter in talks that people want DeAndre Hunter. They're trying to clamor after him, and also Zion. People keep asking me Zion to the Hawks. Zion to the Hawks. And I'm like, man.
you don't talk about somebody not earning a max contract.
That's what I'm saying. And that contract kicks in next year.
I wouldn't want that.
You're not going to play. If you're not going to play, like, if you're going to play and give me 70 games, no, sign it. Do it now. Collins, ship him. And if you want Hunter, take him too.
What's the difference between him and Ben Simmons right now?
When he actually plays,
Nothing.
Well,
Because you're not playing right now.
No, but even with Ben Simmons, when he does
zero
play,
value
but
for
when Ben Simmons did play, he wasn't doing what Zion was doing. Zion out there putting up numbers now.
But are either of them playing right now?
No, I get that.
That's it.
100%. And that's why I'm like,
Correct.
trade for him?
If they're both on the floor, who do I think I'm getting better numbers from?
Oh, Zion. Easy.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
Ben
again,
Simmons is scared to shoot it even when he's in there. He don't
right.
shoot
But if
the
you
ball.
have someone that's getting you 15 from 17 within 8 feet of the hole,
No, I get it.
you know what you have in them.
Yeah.
But if you don't even want to be on the floor,
Now,
zero
dude,
value.
I've always thought, is it because you don't want to play in New Orleans and you just playing around? Because even toward the end of the season, you can't play, but you out there on the court doing windmills. So it's like, do you want to play for New Orleans? Is that why you playing around with these injuries and in these streaks the way you playing around?
it's not a good look.
And that's why I'm like, now, if this was his rookie year, when he got drafted, when pre-draft, he walked by the Hawks podium and rubbed that thing during the lottery, hoping we would get that pick, I was like, okay, yeah, he want to come here and play with Trey. But now it's like, I don't know, dog. You got a whole lot going on right now.
You're going to sit here and tell me that there's not going to be more drama in his life
That's what I'm
outside of
saying.
basketball if he moves to Atlanta?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He come to Atlanta, he going crazy.
Yeah, he'd be a Magic City left
Bro,
and right,
what?
bro.
Going crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like you wilding out now in New Orleans. You come to Atlanta, we got to have to corral you. We got to get somebody detailed with you, dog. Walk around with you. You tripping. But like I say, it's just one of them things. I don't know, dog. I'm good on that.
That's a no from me.
Yeah,
good.
but I'm also ready to trade Collins though.
Yeah. You've been trying to do that for the last 4 years.
I know. I wanted to trade him when he got the deal. So I just like, man, I don't know, man. Overall, is at this point when it comes to the Hawks, I'm just watching. I love my Hawks and everything. I have no idea where we're finna go direction wise. I'm just gonna watch and see what happens.
They were talking about Chris Middleton, but I don't think you guys are going to pay the $60 million contract.
No, I don't want no Chris Middleton. No, that does nothing for us.
Yeah.
Does absolutely nothing. Chris Middleton does nothing, and it's expensive. What
Yeah.
for? What?
For a
He's-
30-something-year-old.
Who had the quick little prime when they won that title, and he on the downside now, and he's hurt too. No, not doing that, bro. I'm good on that. I'd rather you come back with what you got before you do that.
What do you
But- I'd say a big that can score on his own. Because Collins, as a number 3 option, has not produced. He needs help to score. A 4 that can get his own shot, technically.
So you talk about like a big 6th man?
No, because if we trade Collins, you can still have Capella at the 5 and whoever you bring in to score at the 4.
Siakam.
You don't believe in
The way they were
Okongwu?
talking about Siakam, I saw some trade rumors out there. Maybe we were trying to pull in Siakam. I get it.
You don't believe in 007? Okongwu?
Oh, I love a 00. That's what I'm saying. You trade Collins. If you trade Collins for a guard or a wing, that's legit. I'm slide O in, give him the contract extension, roll with it. I love 00. You know that.
I think ultimately you just probably want the salary off the books, right?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
even if it's a bunch of 2s, at this point you're probably like, yeah.
Yeah, they value him enough to want something decent, good enough in return, something impactful in return. So, at the end of the day, I'll take certain situations. Like I said, when it comes to Siakam, you got to give me something else with that. That's just my personal opinion. I like Siakam. I know he can go get you 20. He can get his own shot. He's versatile when it comes to being a stretch 4. But I don't know. I feel like I would need more than that, just personally. Now, if you want to go deeper into these NBA frenzy, like Class just said, let's go into it. Chris Paul to the Warriors. What does that do for
No,
you?
before we do that, go back even further than that. From Chris Paul from the Suns going to the Wizards. Before we even start, because
That's true.
is
Bradley Beal to
somebody's
the Suns.
losing a job.
Yeah, bro.
in Phoenix.
Yes.
You know
Who?
No,
is
well,
losing
somebody
a
lose a
job
job. No,
in
somebody lose a
Phoenix?
job in
DC.
In DC.
You know
Oh,
who,
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know who the 2 GMs were, right?
Who you talking about?
That made the trade from Phoenix to DC?
Who?
They're related. They're literally brothers.
Oh hell,
Yeah,
that.
the same last name and everything.
Oh,
So it's just like, all right, once people start finding out about it, because then they made the same
Nepotism.
trade, if you will, but they made the same trade for now Chris Paul going to Golden State.
Yeah.
But how did his value literally going from Phoenix to DC completely differ from
Bro.
DC to Golden State?
The fact that the Wizards got 1 first-round pick and the Warriors got 2? No, not the Warriors, but Phoenix got 2
Phoenix got 2.
in return for and got Bradley Beal too. It's like what? How does that happen?
Collusion.
Yeah, they're like late.
That's what I'm
everyone-
saying.
Well, they're also talking like CP3 went on like Good Day America or something like that. He was like Isaiah Thomas. I'm like, what? What's Isaiah
Well,
Thomas?
he's
gotta
saying
do with
Isaiah
anything?
Thomas is the reason he got traded.
Yeah,
Because
I guess the owner of the Suns.
Ishba,
and
that's the
him
last
are
name, right?
boys.
Ishba, the owner for the Suns.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah,
I think that's their last
sure.
name, Ishba. But apparently him and Isaiah Thomas are tight, and he's about to let Isaiah Thomas run the organization, apparently. And yeah,
Okay.
it's weird,
Sick.
weird dynamic. And Chris Paul saying because Isaiah Thomas finna take over, he wanted him gone. So that's why he's saying that it was part of him.
Right, it has nothing to do with your salary and everything
Injuries
else.
and
Sure.
so
So
Okay.
in reality, the Suns right now have 3 big potential All-Stars that are on the court 65% of a season.
Yep.
How is it any different from Brooklyn?
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
and, you can see those rings and banners that they're hanging up
Man,
and
what?
getting. Yeah,
Come on,
good for
man.
them. Hey, good for them.
So the transition from that, all of a sudden, he's in Golden State. Are you starting him? For me, I'm bringing him off
No,
the bench.
absolutely not.
I've seen people talking about starting. No, he's not there to start. No, he's there to run the second unit.
He's
And in crunch situations, when you want to let Steph run off the ball, you bring him in.
I could see a couple of spot starts. Obviously, leading the second team, he's there to finish out his president of the player association contract as well. But if anything, he's just another coach.
Yeah.
Like,
And it depends on the other moves they make because Draymond still hasn't came back. I feel like that's going to happen.
I don't think
now
it does.
that you don't think so. Now that they traded Poole away,
nope, I don't think he does.
I've heard Sacramento with him.
I think somebody offers him a little bit more money, and he takes the money.
Lakers.
I don't care who it is. I'm just saying.
I've seen something about that too. Lakers as another defensive presence, and him and LeBron make money together now, so it's very
Lakers all
possible.
day.
Played for Michigan State. Where is he from?
I think he is from
Michigan?
I think he's from Michigan.
He's a Detroit kid, I think.
Yeah, I think he's from Michigan. So it's just, I
Does
mean,
he- does he
Draymond's
like
situation
Monty?
is going to be.
Monty like him?
We talking going to Houston? I mean, not Houston, going to Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't think he would go to Detroit. There's a lot of young talent over there, but that's a big question mark. You know, he's still going to want to be on a winning franchise. He don't want to go somewhere at least you got a chance to win.
Was Draymond in the league when Monty was in the league?
I don't think so.
Am I dating myself that much? Jesus.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, we have to look that up, but I don't think so.
No.
Because
I don't think
Monty
so.
played for the Warriors for a hot minute. Like he
No,
was,
I don't think he. I don't
No?
think he played with him.
Oh, maybe it was me.
I don't think he resigns. Just saying.
Okay, I can dig that. All right, man. Did y'all y'all hit on it earlier, and we kind of hit on it earlier a little bit about the draft. Your draft picks. Are y'all comfortable with your picks for your teams? Because I like Kobe Buffkin.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said before, I'm ready for that. Overall, it was a very exciting draft though for a basketball draft. It was entertaining. The Thompson twins. I think they're gonna be legit, man. Amir.
Where'd they go?
Back to back.
4 and 5. Amen went 4 to
Ashur. Or Orlando?
no, Houston, I think.
No, yes, it was Houston.
Right?
Yes.
And then 5 was Detroit, and that's where Oscar.
Ashur.
Yeah.
Ashur Thompson.
Orlando with the stretch on Jet Howard. Why on God's green
Yeah,
earth
somebody
were
was
you
roasting
grabbing him at 11?
I don't know. Juwan.
Especially with the
Juwan, his pops.
who's the Whitmore kid that slid to
Yeah.
20.
Yep.
But everyone's saying that Amen is like light years ahead of Oscar. So I was like,
No.
to go 4 or 5.
And he's not light years ahead. I don't think he's light years ahead. Now, I did think Ashur was going to go maybe a couple spots down. I
7,
didn't think it was gonna
8,
be, I
yeah.
didn't think it was going to be back to back. But that's how it worked out, man. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. And how y'all feel about Wemby? What do y'all think about Wemby?
As long as he stays healthy. As long as he stays healthy.
7'5", 220.
He-
It's hard to stay healthy.
is.
He could put up some interesting numbers. But he has to stay healthy, you know?
I keep seeing the highlight when he shot a 3 and came and got the rebound and put it back, like, and dunked that mother. Like, wasn't come back down. He literally caught it off the rebound. I said, wow.
Oh, it's
He followed his shot and caught it back on the putback.
to me, like when you're talking about, I guess, grabbing your own rebound, gathering, taking minimal steps, going to the hoop to dunk, it's going to remind you of a young Giannis when it's like, how did he dribble once
Yep.
from basically half court,
Yep.
took 2 steps and dunked it? You're going to see some stuff from him that it's just like, you might not ever see this again.
Yep.
It's going to be special, but again, if he can stay healthy.
Yep. That's the key. And that means we got to see Pop for another 5 years at least.
Just
Sure.
Just
He's not going anywhere now,
thankful,
dog.
Just be thankful for the time that's left.
Yeah.
He's like
That's
the
all.
Joe Paterno of NBA.
Exactly, bro. They're going to have to cart him off the damn court, bro.
Becky Hammond's just like, I'll just run it. I don't care.
That's why she went to Vegas.
yeah,
Like, she
she's
knew he
crushing
wasn't
it.
leaving anytime
She's
soon.
like,
Her-
I'm
her
good.
little chance to maybe get that and make that history, she knew he wasn't
And
going
once she
anywhere.
did, she went to championship.
Exactly.
her
Go
first
to
year.
Vegas, and get the aces and win
I
a
believe she's
championship.
won like 2 or 3 in her first
Two,
2 or
yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
But no,
Respect to
like,
Becky Hammond though.
he might be able to put up some stats at the end of the day, but don't think like, say he has a season-ending injury, 15 games in or something like that. And I'm not wishing it upon him.
No.
But don't you think that's going to take whatever life is left in Popovich,
It's
wind
gonna hurt
out of
him.
his sails? Like,
It's gonna hurt him real bad.
I'm not sticking around for this.
I mean, shout out to the French team. That team's going to be stacked for the FIBA team.
Oh, that's what that's what Wemby said he ready to do.
Yo,
he wants
bro,
to beat
the
USA
FIBA
in
French
the
team is
FIBA
going to be
championship.
insane because all these kids that were
That's
on the
their goal
same
to
team,
beat. That
all
he
just
said that's
got
his
drafted.
goal to beat the USA team. That's what he said his goal was.
4 of them got drafted in the first round. I was
know.
like, holy smokes.
That international talent is coming in, man, in droves.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
I'm not worried either, but it's coming in. They come in with the fundamentals, and that's what gets them by because they can play the game.
I'll be worried if the NBA executes during All-Star Weekend international versus Team USA. Then I'll be worried.
Yeah. Then we'll
That
see
should be
what's
the
up.
tournament. Let's go with that.
It should be. It should be. But they might adopt it one day. We'll see.
And do an age bracket, too. Be like vets, rookies.
That'd be a lot. That'd be interesting. Seriously, it would.
The 28 and over and the 27 and under team, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that would be interesting, man.
That
That
would
would
be
be
scary to
crazy.
see.
It would.
Just LeBron's on one, and then you got, Tatum, you got, Jimmy. What the hell's Jimmy?
Jimmy's 30s.
30s.
Oh, so he'd be in the.
It would be interesting, though. It would be crazy. All right, before we get to our break, let's do a quick MLB hot talk real quick. We in full swing.
Just going back to the international versus
Yeah.
USA real quick. I the only reason I really want to see it is because I'm envisioning in my mind somebody like Udonis Haslem with now the patches in his hair holding up a sign that's like, I'm definitely under 27. Pick me. Like,
Please.
that would be the only thing I'm really
Hands
want
in
to
note,
see.
I am 12.
Yeah.
Right.
I like
Just
to
slide it
basketball.
to him. Yeah.
You were saying?
No. Just saying, well, going into baseball, man, we were on an 8-game win streak.
Yeah.
And
Should have been 9, to be honest.
It should have been 9. Ran into Reds, who are also hot leading the division, which is insane.
Dela Cruz is him.
Ellie is.
No.
He's nice for now. He's on one of those hot streaks right now. He just got in the league. Not much tape on him. I feel like league will catch up to him like they do everybody.
I think I was talking to him about this. I think he wins Rookie of the Year over Carroll.
Carroll's been playing longer, a lot more games.
The first thing I said.
Yeah, a lot more games. I don't know, dog. Just it'd be exciting. I shouldn't win you Rookie of the Year.
If he does this for the rest of the rookie season,
there you go.
Then I can easily see the argument. But that was literally his 15th game.
Yeah.
They've won 9 in a row.
Cycle.
12 in a
11.
row.
They 12 in a row now. 12 in a row
I
now.
understand you hit for the cycle, but you're not doing that every game.
You know how many veterans have not gotten a cycle in their life?
First rookie to hit for the cycle since 1989.
34 years in Cincinnati.
Awesome.
Yeah, 34 years in Cincinnati. Yes.
Spencer Strider and Doc Gooden are the only 2 players in the history of baseball to basically have 300 plus strikeouts in the first
35
starts.
35 starts. Yeah.
Great, but again, it was his 15th game.
No, I get
They've
it.
won 12 out of those 15 games. Awesome.
He brought that life to him.
Yeah,
That's
great.
what
You
really was
provide
happening.
the spark, but the candle doesn't always stay lit.
No,
you're not gonna
it's
have that
baseball, man.
Yeah,
it's baseball. At some point, that ball gonna start doing some things.
Is he fun to watch? Absolutely.
He's monstrous. Yeah, the talent is crazy.
But not against the Braves.
No,
He's not fun to watch against the Braves. I'll tell you that.
But I mean, is it impressive to see his run right now? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Watching the highlights prior to yesterday, this dude's gonna be the deal if he can keep it up. Absolutely. Like I say, coming here for the cycle, like you said, we should have won the game. The game should have been won.
Rookie
I
pitching.
blame Heller.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think we gotta go commercial break. What time we got?
We getting about that time. Yeah, we should be getting ready to take
Yeah.
a break. Yeah, should be about break time.
Let's pay some bills, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Obviously, special shout out to Digestive Healthcare of Georgia. We appreciate you. Make sure you get that screening because screening saves lives.
Yes, it does.
MyKarmaCreations.com. Get your tumblers, your custom tumblers. That's Karma with a K, MyKarmaCreations.com. And most importantly, Ryan Beasley, who's not here with us today. For most of your smell good needs, promo code GHS10. That'd be RyanBeasley.com for most of your smell good needs. Stay tuned. We'll be back for the second half. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we're back for the second half of episode number 15 of the Gary and Harry.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
All right, so picking up where we left off just now, so baseball back again, talking about these, what did he say?
Pour Larry a crown.
That's right. Look, I remember seeing on that before that he was like, for that day, because it'd be the Mets, he'll go by Larry. So just because the tradition of, that used to be fun back in the day, seeing him get so upset and run the Larry chance and he would smack one out on him. Just fun. Good times back then.
So I know we're getting close to like the All-Star break was in 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Right now, Acuna, he's slated for the All-Star game.
Locked
he got the
in.
most votes.
Locked in.
Over Ohtani, which is very impressive.
Locked in.
At this point, where do you guys see this current team going? A lot of people wrote them off at the beginning of the season, and everyone's like, no, there's no way they're going.
As long as the pitching's together, dog, that lineup is top tier. Top tier, top to bottom, especially with Mike Harris hitting the way he is now, where you have him coming off the 9-hole, coming into Acuna. Acuna's RBI numbers have been jumping now because Harris and Arcia and them have been on base. So with that combination of the lineup, we can hit with anybody. As you saw last night, we can lead the league in homers, right? So I feel like as long as we have steady starting pitching and middle relief, we'll be fine. I feel like. What you got for me?
1 through 9, I think it's the best lineup in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also worried that there's certain games like who they just finished up with before Cincinnati.
Who was that before that? That was who were on
Detroit?
the road still? Yes. No. Who was that?
Philly.
Yes, in Philly. 2-game sweep.
What?
Yeah, because we only played.
Oh, yeah, one guy
He
ran
was
down.
in Philly, so.
There's times that this lineup goes cold.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the point of you're watching the game, and I think it was against Philly where we had to go to the 10th and it was still 0-0.
Then a 5 spot.
Which is great, but that alludes to one of the most powerful lineups in baseball, 1 through 9. But you can't go 9 innings without scoring a run,
Right.
Especially with this on paper.
And we lead the league in runs in the first inning in the whole league. Like scoring in the first 2 innings, we lead the league in that.
You know, we all love stats here. We can
Yeah.
play on July 4th when it's a full moon on green grass. Like we all love stats, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm not going into the playoffs with Spencer and friends.
Right.
Kyle Wright needs to be there. Max Fried needs to be there.
I agree.
I'm not, with all due respect to, I don't know if anyone realizes it, his initials are ass, but he's anything but. AJ Smith Sharper.
Yep. I like the kid.
Great so far.
I like the kid.
A lot of people said that he basically took himself off of the trade block, but let alone why would he ever be on
No,
the trade block?
20-year-old
Because
dog.
No one's seen you.
Right.
But I'm glad that he has, I guess, at the same time. Schuster's trying.
Elder.
Bryce Elder's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm not going into the playoffs with Spencer Strider and friends.
Right. I get it.
Charlie Morton's not going to be there forever.
Yep.
You can see what's going on with the bullpen. Last night I blamed the Heller kid. 33.
Appreciate that, Rainey. Got Rainey say mowing lawn and listening to us is becoming a Saturday morning tradition. Appreciate that, Rainey.
I got so many questions, but thank you, Rainey. I'm envisioning like headphones on, riding the lawnmower, and you don't hear what you just ran over, kind of thing. But please be safe out there, Rainey.
Right.
You get what I'm saying though. But Heller last night, man, 33 pitches. I know you inherited a runner, you only got 1 out. You put basically 3 or 4 runs on the board.
Mm-hmm.
How is that an effective outing? I understand if it was just like a spot start or an extra arm needed.
I get it.
But Snicker, I don't think any of us want to see this kid for a couple weeks now.
No.
I know Jesse's down, obviously dealing with his injury.
I love the little that they do in the
Phenomenal.
bullpen. I love that.
Oh my god, I don't know where they found like this camera pole stick figure with the chop arm sticking out.
I was
and everything.
dying when I saw it coming out
I
of the
love
bullpen.
it, man.
I was like,
and
what
they
is
bring it
that?
out. They bring it
That
out
was
with the
beautiful.
tomahawks. I was like, that's excellent, yo. They love Chavez, man. He's the man in the locker room, in the locker room, in the dugout.
Oh yeah, El Presidente.
Yeah,
if
man,
you
no
will.
doubt.
But no, like I'll put our lineup against anybody, but I'm absolutely worried about when they're cold. They
Mm-hmm.
are cold, and the pitching itself. It's like who's going out there tomorrow?
I get it. And then the thing about it too, not only who's going to be out there tomorrow, because I always have to look. Because at one point we knew the rotation, we knew who was coming after who, and now every day's like, who's pitching today? We talked about that earlier. Who's pitching today? Oh, we got Schuster today. Okay, cool. I get it. But do you
Soroka,
think
like-
do we make a move? Right? Do we make a move for an arm, or there be an expensive arm?
It depends what it costs.
Yeah, it really
Because there's some
depends.
expensive arms out there, man. If they're talking trading for them.
Dallas
depends what it
Keuchel's still
costs.
getting a job. I think we should all be understanding it's okay.
Yeah, I get it.
It depends what it costs at the end of the day, because you have very little resources, let alone in your farm system. But you're going to pull the plug on somebody like a Von Grissom. You're going to see what the value is on Brendan Shoemake. You're going to, like, there's not much down there, you know?
No, I get it.
So
I get it.
you're going to package some of these young arms, the Dylan Dodds, the Jared Schusters, for, I've been saying it for years now. I said it on one of our first shows ever. Shane Bieber out of Cleveland.
Yep.
His numbers have always been Cy Young worthy, but you're just stuck in Cleveland.
Yeah. That's my man in Milwaukee too. What's my man?
I trust Corbin Burns.
Yes.
I trust Anthopoulos wholeheartedly at the end of the day, but what is it going to cost?
Yeah, and I think about Milwaukee. We've already made deals with them before. We've done deals with them as far as when the Contreras and all that kind of stuff.
The only deal that I want to make now is to get Contreras back from Milwaukee, to be honest.
Why would you want him back at this point? Just because of injury wise, or
depth, not only for catcher purposes, at the same time, an extra bat, man.
DH.
And that bat was not terrible when it was here.
Man, they got him on the All-Star team.
But he's not doing that great right now.
Because he's in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Unfamiliar system, probably not what he wants to be or where he wants to be, but I think we all miss the horns, too. We want to hear his horns.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. I mean, he definitely was a big piece. We liked Contreras, no doubt about it, but things had to be done to get, to make fill out the rest of the roster this offseason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get it.
We wouldn't have Sean Murphy and be where we are without him.
Now, speaking of Sean Murphy, we was talking just about All-Star break. We literally it might be history being made right here because literally the entire infield is either first or second on the ballot, and the finals are coming up.
Yeah, if you're talking total All-Stars,
yeah,
I'd love to see the final number. If you're talking starters, it'll be about half.
You would, but I'm just talking just on the team.
But again, if it wasn't for the Luis Arraez kid in Miami, who's starting at second base? Ozzy.
I was like Ozzy, yeah.
So they're all basically
He's
starters.
He's balling, by the way. Just give him a shout out.
Who's that?
Urias, the dude in Miami.
Yeah, I just learned how to say his name. Yeah. Somebody, I was listening to the radio the other day. They were like, the kid with the A name from, like, put some respect on his name.
He's batting 400.
You have to do it.
He also did this up in Minnesota, but nobody really paid attention because he was up in Minnesota.
He's in a market no one cares about.
Right.
And it's unfortunate, but at least he's getting a little more coverage now in
Miami.
Miami.
He's in the NL East now, so at least you got some teams to pay attention to in the NL East. So.
Yeah, he's doing great, but like you said, first to second, like I'm expecting 7, 8.
Yeah. Because you got Olsen going to be the number 2 behind Freddie at first. Ozzy behind Urias at second. RC is killing the shortstop game right now by a long shot. Yeah, shot winning that one. Riley second at third base right now. Then you got Sean Murphy first at catcher right now. Mm-hmm. Then you take it to the outfield. Of course, Acuna the number 1. And then Mike Harris has made the cut out of that 6 to get into the finals for that. That's wild.
He's that reserve player pretty much.
But make the team, bro. Make it. Just make it. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Lets you know how popular we are overall, but that we're killing the game in the National League right now.
I just like how Arcia has missed so much time, and his numbers, even with the time that he missed, is still better than Dansby.
That's what I love too, and the glove is just as good at this point.
Well, the glove is better than anybody expected.
Absolutely,
it's like Von Grissom coming up in almost the middle of last year. It's just like, I mean, this kid's slick. He can feel the position.
But he has the arm, though. Not necessarily the glove itself. That arm talent is crazy that he has. He can just sling it.
I'm thankful that he's on the team.
Me too. And once again, Anthopoulos playing chess, 3 years, $7 million.
Something affordable.
There's going to be a deal done at the All-Star break, and there has to be of something.
That's insane.
There's always is. That's when Jock Peterson came over for that World Series run. Mm-hmm. All those good players, I know Chicago White Sox right now are just a dumpster fire of a team right now. So I know they're going to pretty much dump half their pitching staff because their pitching staff is incredible.
Yeah, they just don't have any bats.
They just have no bats.
Yeah.
Tim Anderson, what? That's your real best player?
Man, what? Tim Anderson, they were talking about at the beginning of the season before Arcia started doing what he was doing, and when he got hurt, they were talking about us trading for Tim Anderson. I'm like, I wouldn't be mad at it.
I'm good.
I'm good, though. I mean, we don't need him.
Didn't the White Sox have that outfielder that came up and exploded, similar to the LA kid, Luis Robert?
Yes.
And he's done what since?
Nothing.
Right?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So
it's out there.
Baseball,
Yeah, it is baseball.
Not going to be hot forever.
It's a long season.
It is a long season, man. And I'm ready for that All-Star break. We are ready for All-Star break for work purposes as well.
God.
Physically, yeah.
Yeah, get ready for All-Star break to take a breather. Yeah, absolutely.
I need somebody to rub my feet.
Instead of getting that turnaround where it feel like you only been going for a few days.
Oh, well, the turnaround's no joke, though. We got San Diego, and then we got the Angels right back.
The whole rest of the stretch before the All-Star break is crazy. We got Minnesota we're playing Cincinnati right now, like the two you just mentioned. Oh, the end right before the All-Star break is crazy. We got a gauntlet right now.
I do enjoy the scheduling that everybody plays everybody.
Yeah.
But time is just flying by.
It is.
Like, we're about to be in July 1st. Mm-hmm. This is ridiculous.
And the Angels is here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to be
You got San Diego on a weekend, Thursday, Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then you got Angels on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, that's going to be nuts.
The last time that they were here, though, Mike Trout was supposed to play, and then ends up sitting out. So it's
Ohtani played, though.
If you expect a crowd, this is going to be like playoff World Series, because I know that he's going to play this time.
And they're actually winning now, too. this year.
Yeah.
They're actually winning this year, even
Yeah,
without
for now. Yeah.
right? And I will never forget when they came last year. People come to us, where's your Angels gear? We want Ohtani jerseys. You are in Atlanta, okay?
We got an A for you, but it's not the little.
Right, we don't have
one.
a halo over it, okay? Like, no.
This ain't at the MLB
Clubhouse store lined
You
up,
know?
right? Clubhouse store lined up around the block, talking about everybody want Ohtani jerseys. Get out of line, then. There's no Ohtani jerseys here.
Go straight, make a left. It's Dick's Sporting Goods.
Exactly.
You might find one there. Maybe.
Go online, brother. It's the only way you get one if you live in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
No, Buddy on the bridge after the game. I'm pretty sure he's
Right.
selling them.
That's what's back in the day. Go and do that type of stuff.
Might say Otanya, but it's all
Right,
good.
exactly. Okay, y'all. So we feel almost All-Star break. We feeling good about baseball.
Yeah.
Oreo. You didn't even try, man. You just slapped a O on there and ran with it.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, nah, bro, we're not doing that out here. Y'all fight just like when Red Sox fans come here. Where's the Boston gear? What?
Stop.
This is not Fenway.
First of all,
It's in Monument
Yeah.
Garden. Don't touch
right.
it.
Boston
Don't touch
Braves.
it.
We got some of that stuff. It's crazy. I get mad at them every time. Like, where do y'all do this?
I don't
Every
know what
time.
fan base thinks in the world. Like, if you're visiting another stadium or another team, where do you think you're
not
gonna
gonna
have
have
this?
your
Like
stuff.
maybe in New York you can find it, but those are prominent cities.
Exactly.
Not when you come down to Atlanta when the team is the main focus. Come on now.
And you can go up there. There's 2 New York teams. You
Once
come-
again, that's a left down the street
Right.
to Dick's.
Exactly.
Dick's, D-I-C-K.
Get it out of here. All right, y'all. One of our favorite things. We're going to hit highly recommend real quick before we blast. What do you do? Highly recommend, or do you want to go to football? Which one? Because at this point,
There's
I
nothing
can
going
do
on in
either.
football, man. OTAs are about to
Yeah, we
start.
got time for
Yeah.
football, so let's do highly recommend.
highly recommend. Okay. I have some stuff for highly recommend, but do you have something?
You can start. I just want
Okay.
to pull up my list real quick.
My highly recommend. I'm gonna go on a horror rant. Okay, I like horror movies. Okay, and I've seen some of the new ones. Now this has been a decent year for horror movies. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Randy, just in case you're still on the ride along lawnmower, he said horror, just to help you out. Yeah.
Horror.
We don't want you
We
riding
can't roll
around.
R's around here.
Yeah, as you were,
Horror
sir.
rant. No, you're fine. The Pope's Exorcist was amazing. I liked it. Evil Dead, the new Evil Dead was dope. And for you, A Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was really good, man. Now those are all 3 of them really. Besides Evil Dead, the other 2 really put you in a thought process thing about what do you believe in, and different storylines of things to come. But Knock at the Cabin was dope. It's a horror movie, but it's not really the stereotypical horror movie. It's more of a mystery drama type situation. But there are horror movie parts in it. For me, it was.
Yeah, I again didn't expect the phone call from your mom.
Yeah, it was
but,
crazy, right?
Hey, good. I'm glad you liked it. Probably wasn't in the right frame of mind at the same time.
Well, I
the
mean, at the
phone
same time,
call too,
it was a D-jerk. Call him. All right, cool. Let's see if he answers.
yeah, no, it was a good movie, but surprisingly, for a horror movie,
Right.
you expected it to be more gory because there were scenes that they didn't want to show you,
Right.
for obvious reasons.
Yep.
But I still thought it was a good movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yet again, Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista came with it.
My vote for best acting wrestler because he's done a wide range of everything.
Been balling, man. He did
know?
a great job.
If you haven't seen his body of work, he's done all the stupid drama buddy comedies of Stuber with Camille Nanjiani, all the way down to this Knock at the Cabin horror role.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We all know he's been in Guardians of the Galaxy, so I think he, as
Army of the Dead, which is a good one on Netflix.
That was a good one.
the wrestler to transition to acting, I think he has the broadest
He does.
career
And
so
that's
far.
including everybody, right? Rock, Cena, everybody.
You throw
That's
whoever you want against
throw
them.
into that.
But
I agree.
Has The Rock attempted to do horror? And don't tell me Doom.
No.
That doesn't count.
No, it does not count.
Has John Cena attempted to do horror? No.
They're action
So,
stars.
Absolutely.
They're not
if
actors.
not stupid comedy,
Right.
But
right. But I mean, yeah, Rock always went for the Disney and the moment when it comes to the Mummy, Scorpion King, all that kind of stuff. They got those money flicks all day long.
I would like to see, though, since we're talking about it, a prequel, if you will, because in the beginning of the other guy's movie, when Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock jumped off the top of the building, I would like to see a buddy comedy with them two.
Now that would always,
You know.
yeah, that would be good.
But
That
again,
would-
it's comedy. It's not horror
Exactly.
or anything else.
exactly. Also, I'm a food. We do the food shows.
I haven't watched it yet. I know where you're going.
Barbecue Showdown
Yeah,
on Netflix,
yeah,
man.
I watched that.
You watched it? Did you
That's
see the
good.
first season?
Oh yeah, it's really fun.
I love Barbecue
It's good.
Showdown, man. Cooking in the pit and whole hog at the,
You're
man.
sitting there taking notes. You're like,
Bro, you know it exactly. Like, okay, you browning with what? Okay,
it's like,
cooking with what?
He's
Okay.
charring it. Is he charring it? He's charring it.
that's exactly
char.
what it's
That's a good
like.
char.
It's
It's
a
a good char.
good char on that one. You can say, "Oh, that's not pulling right. That's not pulling right." Oh, I don't think you're gonna rock with that one. But it's man, Barbecue Showdown is awesome, man. As far as our new cooking shows, because Next Level Chef is gone, man. I needed something, and so it came right on time because I've been
You ever
waiting on
started
it.
the new season of MasterChef?
I've been watching Iron Chef on Netflix.
All right.
That's what I've been watching right now, but I need to get on the Master Chef.
Great British bakery. Or, is it the Bake Off or British Bake Off?
Oh yeah, I know.
I've
what you're talking about.
watched
I
a few
seen-
of those
I
episodes.
seen it.
I was going to recommend The Bear. The Bear came out with season 2.
Oh, so
Oh,
good.
really?
So
Yeah, season
good.
2 just came out.
I got everybody for that one.
Recommend The Bear, but MasterChef is doing Northeast versus the South versus the Midwest versus the West.
yeah.
So jurisdictionally, they broke it up. Still bringing in the celebrity judge every week. But they edited it in a way now that if you've seen MasterChef before, it's so predictable.
Yeah.
That you have the lady from the South. It's like, if I can't cook a steak, I shouldn't go back to Texas. Sure enough, that's a no from me, no
Right.
from me,
Yep.
no from me.
Yep.
Well, I guess got to go back to Texas.
Yes.
Who knew? Didn't see that one coming.
Right, you come in.
Where were you going to go anyways?
Right, all the in a lot of the shows, the ones that come in and say, "Oh, this is my recipe," or "This is my cut," or "This is what I do all the time." They come in and stink up the joint almost every time. It's like you supposed to be the master of this.
Almost every time.
Almost every time.
There's somebody, I can't remember which region he was from, but he was cooking a filet, and the filet is like the easiest thing to do in my eyes, or anybody that's been in the kitchen. And
Yep.
it's just like you have to have a Michelin star filet if you're presenting a filet on MasterChef. You know,
Absolutely.
so
Can't just
they're
be a regular fillet.
they're grilling the shit out of him. He's presenting, and they're like, if this is not a medium rare, you're messed up.
You're done.
Yeah, and he was just like, but it is. They're going back and forth like, okay, we'll be the judge of that. And he goes,
There it is.
sure enough, nails it too. But it's always that 1 out of 10 where it's just like, you're setting yourself up for failure,
Exactly.
man. You're just digging yourself a
Something
hole.
I do all the time. But even it was cool on Iron Chef. They did a tailgate style Iron
Theme.
Chef theme.
Yeah.
And the sous chefs on each side, one was Vernon Davis and one was Keyshawn Johnson.
Vernon can cook.
Keyshawn can too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Keyshawn
But
can. They both did a very good job.
I remember watching Vernon Davis. I think it was when he joined Washington.
Mm-hmm.
He either transitioned to straight vegetarian or paleo
monster
or
of a
something
man
like that.
anyway.
Which doesn't make sense. I was like, you don't get enough. Like, how is that possible? But I remember watching him. He can cook, but he could also paint. He's a
Yeah.
hell of a painter. If you
Yeah.
haven't seen him paint before.
He's
Speaking
talented.
of paints, if you need any supplies, holla at MJ.
MJ with the paints.
MJ getting back in the painting game.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. I guess I'll check that out. I'm always down when I can watch like on Vice TV. With Action Bronson, they have.
Shout out Rich. What's up, Rich? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in on YouTube.
Damn good.
That's
What
what's
it's
up.
called.
This Rich?
No, not that Rich. It's other Rich. It's Richie Rich.
Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. Appreciate you tuning in, man. But yes, proceed, sir.
It's always fun when you can watch a celebrity or somebody that you kind of grew up watching, but see them unlock like a hidden talent you didn't know they had.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, damn. All right, cool.
And Keyshawn did it. Keyshawn did a good job too. I remember he had made some kind of blended salad for the chef and went to get her to taste it, and she was like, "Excellent, put it on the plate." He was like, "Yes."
I don't know why I always thought him as a baker, but
Yeah, I can see that.
Just looking at him
I
like-
can see that. But hey, they apparently they both get down in the kitchen, man. They
Cool.
do their thing.
anybody else?
What
guys
you
got
been
anything
watching,
Highly
man?
recommend?
For men in your 30s, make sure you stretch when
Oh.
you wake up in the morning. Personally speaking,
Is that a commercial?
Highly
no,
recommend.
I just hurt. Every day I wake up now these days, and I am 32 years old, and I am hurting.
Highly recommend.
I highly recommend stretching when you wake up, because trust me, it's gonna hurt all day.
I just see
if you
Shaq's
don't.
big arm coming through. I see how.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, man, you
Just
should
stretch.
You should stretch because at our age, you still should be able to, get your stretches
in our
in, touch your
tense work
toes. You know what I'm
environments.
saying? Hamstrings, get your stuff together, and be a little active out here in these streets.
Way too active.
I highly recommend doing cryotherapy.
There you go.
Maybe
Icebox.
you can Yeah.
Cryotherapy, MJ says, y'all. Cryotherapy, man.
Yeah, so MJ hooked me up with apparently there's multiple locations.
Okay.
Family stays out in Woodstock. Went to see them. MJ's like asked for Nicole. Quick plug there. Icebox. They got this cool little setup. You can do everything from the giant walk-in cryo tub, but most people are used to it, cutting off around the neck or the shoulder line. This is like a legitimate tall meat freezer.
Yeah.
You can pick your song. You can ride it out in there for up to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Gloves, earmuffs, safe all around kind of thing. But in addition to the little cryo chamber, they got these cool moon boots they throw on you, little pressurized release, that stuff. And then they got one other little table thing, right?
Yeah, they got something where you could localize.
Basically blast you with the little gun.
Okay, cool.
Localize whatever the pressure is.
Right.
You just put the little ice.
Man, that's awesome. I'm always about body health and taking care of the body, man.
Icebox cryotherapy.
I just bought a cold tub.
Did you?
Yeah, I just bought one of those. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this cold plunges in the morning now.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm good on that too, bro.
If you do go to Icebox, though, name drop MJ. He'll get some credit and he'll hook you up too.
No doubt.
Icebox cryotherapy via MJ.
That's what's up, man. Now, I've always been one to promote like chiropractors and stuff like that. Hey man, go take care of yourself, man. I'm real big on that.
Yeah, I guess since we're dropping our ages here, no offense to your last name, but as a 35-year-old, I feel pretty good though. But I do have a regimen of going to the chiropractor, utilizing Icebox, trying to go get a massage when I can, proper sleep.
How's that knee?
It's good. I dropped my brace yesterday.
Yeah, man.
I meant to tell you, but
brace. I love it.
Braceless now on the knee. I feel good, man. I'm trying to get back to health. Like, you do need sleep though. I mean, what time did you get out of there last night?
Sleep is important, man.
Yeah.
Not all of us do it. I can't say I do it.
Left at 2 to come back on the radio show this morning. So shout out to Drew. Thank you, MJ, for joining us. We appreciate you.
Always.
No doubt about it, man. Okay, man. So other than that, let's see. I'm good on highly recommend. Anybody else got anything going? We good?
Caught up on some comedies,
Now look, I ain't gonna lie. Ali Sadiq should give me some money for promo. Cause I tell everybody about this dude, man.
Yeah.
And man, the main reason is because as a stand-up comedian, his style, I love his style, man. It's Ali Sadiq on YouTube, Domino Effect 1 and 2. He has other stuff beyond these bars and all that kind of stuff. His story is cool, but he's refreshing as a comedian as far as his storytelling and the way he can captivate the audience. It's really dope, man. Like I said, one of my new favorite comedians now at this point, because I always feel like, of course you love the Chappelles and stuff like that, but he snuck up on me last year with the first Domino Effect, and I've been rolling with him, man. I've been excited to watch all this stuff. So Ali Sadiq, if you're in the stand-up comedy, he got you one. What else you got stand-up wise?
So right after Ali Sadiq, I watched Jimmy O. Wang.
Okay.
Is that the dude from what's the show on HBO? The
Silicon Valley?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah, so he got his start on Silicon Valley. He went over to, I think he did Crazy Rich Asians. He might be doing Beef now.
Okay, I think I know exactly who you're talking
when
about.
you see him, you'll recognize him.
Yeah.
But it was funny because he's been like a nerdy doctor or something in some of the Marvel movies or something maybe. But it's funny to listen to his stand-up now because he got into acting and he comes from obviously an Asian household where apparently Asian parents are never appreciative of any of your efforts and they're always diminishing you.
Yeah.
So his dad's like, you make it look easy, I can do it.
Right.
And he's like, Dad, it's not that easy. Like, you got to book stuff, you got to learn how to cry on command. Like, he goes through the whole motion and story. Long story short, his dad is the most famous actor in China now.
Wow.
On their TV show, which is like a version of Days of Our Lives, basically.
Okay, I got you.
And he's like,
Soaps.
It's seen by over 1 billion people every week, and I'm supposed to be the actor in the family.
He got his dad started in acting.
And his dad's like,
popular.
Jimmy, it's so easy. I don't understand why you suck.
Why are you?
You can't do this. And he's just
You
like,
suck at this.
He's like, all right, well, if nothing else made me feel like a failure, it's the fact that my dad
Disappoint
gets
the family.
one and done, and he's already better than me.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Well, appreciate everybody coming in. Drew, appreciate you stopping through.
Always,
MJ,
guys.
appreciate you stopping through. My brother Harry, we always in here together. Want to thank everybody for 15 episodes of staying down with us, man. 15 episodes in. We're going to do 15 more as long as Mike keep letting us come back. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, take us home.
Shout out to 21 Tequila, your Saturday tequila sponsor of the episode 15 Gary and Harry Radio Show. RyanBeasley.com, My Karma Creations, MJ's Art, drag shows at the Battery, Saturday brunch.
No.
Digestive Healthcare of Georgia, and most importantly, Power 108.9 and the M. Alex Broadcasting
Yes,
Company.
indeed.
Wouldn't be here without you. We appreciate you, Mike.
All right, peace out, y'all. Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
Be safe.